What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk to you about Ripple. I want to go over some of the current data points, break it down what's really been moving it, and two very big catalysts that could really push Ripple as well as crypto to the next level. So I want to go over all the things that you need to know, but first make sure to hit that thumbs up, and with that, let's get right to it. So Ripple is up 0.17%, so no real crazy activity. Even in fact, over the last 5 days, it is down 3.92%. So no massive swings. Whales are just still essentially waiting for confirmation of one of the two catalysts that I'm going to mention in a second. But for volume, 816 million. So volume is at crazy low levels. Like I said, whales are waiting on the sideline, waiting to get in. And so I feel like it's just a waiting game, right? You do have a lot of individuals having the right idea that if we kind of look back at times of fear back in 2024, 2023, those turn out to be huge buying opportunities. Right now, we are in a little bit of an interesting scenario on a macro level. So I feel like a lot of people are very focused on the negatives, but this is a optimum time to buy. But one thing that this individual does state, who has a lot of big followers, about 72,000 on Twitter, but they do say that we are in a kind of a bull run. I don't really see that being 100% accurate, but again, what do I know? So a couple big things, one of which is, and has been affecting the crypto and equity market, is the tariffs. So one big thing that did come out is this right here. So this came out after hours on the 17th, and Trump just said, we are talking to China. And so China obviously has been selling a lot of bonds, causing the 10-year to really creep up, causing some uncertainty in the broader market. But the fact that if potentially over this weekend you have the States and China coming to some sort of resolution and even lowering a lot of their tariffs, that is going to increase the sentiment, consumers' buying power across the board, really pushing equity and crypto markets to the next level. So that's kind of point number one. And on a side note, just to go over it, so you do have Ripple right here, still ranked number 4 based on market cap. So I feel like once it does go through that nice run, that'll be enough to kind of put it back in that slot number 3. Aside from that, crypto fear and greed index is under the fear category, 32. So it is definitely recovering from the recent lows, and it kind of played out exactly what happened at the beginning of March. So rinse and repeat. And if we kind of look back at historical data, what happened in May and June, we do eventually start to build a good base and move towards kind of the higher highs, and that ultimately is in November. But one thing that did come out recently is, and still I think more and more updates are coming, is just a back and forth between Trump and Powell. And a lot of people are kind of torn on whether Trump should and can even fire Powell. But if for whatever reason Trump is able to replace Powell, I feel like the market's going to take that as a extremely positive catalyst. No different than Gary Gensler. Obviously the market saw that as a positive, just regrettably a lot of tariffs kind of overshadowed everything. But if Trump is able to replace Powell, that is going to be a good catalyst, because whoever he does replace them with is going to come in knowing that they have to cut rates. So that would really change the dynamic of this. Most likely, probably not for the May 7th meeting, maybe for the June if something crazy does happen. But nonetheless, if you have rate cuts, that is going to increase consumers' buying power, sentiment again, and really push a lot of equities and crypto higher. So Ripple, which does have a lot of good utility, will stand to benefit from all of this. So let me know your general thoughts on that. As far as the liquidations, not really much to talk on. Like I said, over the last 5 days, you've seen a lot of shorts oddly returning and kind of liquidating their positions. But aside from that, the market is just holding their breath for what is coming next. So let me know your general thoughts on that in the comments below. Have you been buying? Have you been selling? Do you think that what I mentioned for catalyst is accurate? Or do you think that the market will take, for instance, Trump and Powell type of scenario as a negative? So what's your kind of viewpoint on all that? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Hopefully everyone's having a kick-ass long weekend. One final thing, pop over to my Patreon if you're looking for some good buys on stocks, options, and crypto. Definitely worthwhile to pop over there and take a look. So with all that said, appreciate all of you watching.